The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking up. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Hokies will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Miami. Some work to do after that short return. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This guy's always a big part of the game plan, and they get him involved right off the bat.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Your best players should touch the football the most. First play out the gates. I know I got a big-time advantage, big-time wide receiver. Get him the football, make the game. I expect we'll see a lot more of that throughout this football game.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Canes are flying down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hokies offense will go to work for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays. So him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, it's a nice-looking throw right there, and I'll tell you what, for Hokie quarterbacks in the past, it's not all about just hurting you with their legs. Michael Vick could kill you throwing the football.
Got a lot of running room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. To the air, it's Coates. Pressure coming. Moves around to clear up the vision.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Between the uprights, it's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice.
He wants to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Miami! And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Off the play fake on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Back to throw. It's Coates. Soft spot in the middle. At the 45 on his He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Hokies are in the hurry-up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They're trying to get to it. Finds his big tight end. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Buys a little extra time. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking again to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones type guy.
No doubt, and I think it's always what's made these offenses go. Like the running game, the versatility of the running game, but you got to have that bell cow that you can hand it off to establish it.
Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Hokies will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They're going to ride this running back.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's got another 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Running behind that left side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Give to the running back. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Try to get it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Shakes off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The give on 4th down. Just steamrolling the defense. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
The give to the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense tried to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking to throw for it. He lofts one down the sideline. Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the left side. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about
all kinds of running room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
To the ground with the back. Across the 25. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
They'll run it to the right. And he's dragged down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Scanning the field, it's Coates. Short throw to the sideline, complete. He steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Hokies want to move quickly. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And they got him for the sack. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed, and they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll leave it with him. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what they have.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires deep on the run. He's got it. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Hokies have this offense rolling.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking downfield, it's Coates. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Touchdown, Hokies! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Here we go with the run on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Going to try to get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
To throw, it's Coates. Buys a little time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got
into double coverage, and he picked it off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Bulls his way forward. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. They'll try to run for it. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. This type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The play action fake. Makes the grab.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
From the gun, the ground game. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Looking downfield, it's Coates. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going for it all. And it's caught inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Looking to move it through the air. Moving away from pressure. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Duke was able to cap off a close one in Durham with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture.
To the air on 1st down.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Leaves it with the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Off the play fake. Looking to buy time. Short gain on the play before he slides. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so hard defensively to take your eye off this guy, especially on 3rd down. You've got to know that at any given moment, he can take off on you. They've got to do a better job on the back end, keeping...
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Got his man downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll try the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And the stomping has commenced.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires left. Wide open downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again. This time a rather long one from 46 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snags it down the right side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it back looking for help. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think Jesse...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Touchdown, Canes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, and the trickery does not work. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Looking to throw on second down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Coming after it. Quickly complete. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Hokies will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to add another. They fake it, goes to the tight end. They're not going to come close to getting the 2. But it's an understatement to say they should have just kicked the thing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Virginia Tech, 27.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
The Hokies will line up to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He'll try the left side. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Fighting off the defender. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? And the Canes will hustle to the line. They go to the ground. Smashes through. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Well, I think these guys have gone completely mental. They have lost their minds. The punt team is on the field, and they're in the red zone. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.